Noela Rokundo sipped her tea, savoring the delicate aroma and the warmth that spread through her hands. The warm Melbourne sun on her face felt like a gentle embrace, a stark contrast to the harsh realities she once knew. Life was good. She had a comfortable home, filled with laughter and love from her children. Their joy was infectious, and their presence a constant reminder of the blessings she now enjoyed. She had a steady job that provided stability and a sense of purpose. But memories of a turbulent past flickered in her mind, like shadows that refused to be completely banished. Burundi, her homeland, felt like a world away. The vibrant landscapes and the people she once knew were now distant memories. Years ago, she fled the turmoil and uncertainty of Burundi, seeking a better life for herself and her future family. The journey was arduous, filled with moments of doubt and fear. She faced numerous challenges and uncertainties, each one testing her resolve. But she persevered, driven by an unwavering hope for a brighter future. Australia welcomed her with open arms, offering her a chance at a new beginning. The kindness of strangers and the opportunities that came her way were like lifelines, pulling her towards a future she had once only dreamed of. Now, as she looked around at her new life, she felt a deep sense of gratitude. The journey had been long and difficult, but it had led her to a place of peace and possibility. Australia had given her more than just a new home. It had given her a new life. Burundi was a land of breathtaking beauty, but it was also plagued by conflict and hardship. Noela grew up witnessing political instability and violence, casting a shadow over her childhood. Opportunities were scarce, and survival was a daily struggle for her family. Despite the challenges, Noela remained resilient. She was determined to create a better future for herself, to break free from the cycle of poverty and instability that surrounded her. The dream of a peaceful life, free from fear and uncertainty, fueled her desire to seek a new beginning elsewhere. In Australia, Noela found love and built a family. Her husband, a kind and supportive man, became her rock. He understood her past struggles and embraced her dreams for the future. Their children, born in a land of peace and opportunity, became her pride and joy. Life wasn't without its challenges in their adopted country, but they faced them together, their bond unbreakable. Her family was her anchor, her constant source of strength and happiness. They were living proof that she had made the right decision to leave Burundi, to choose hope over despair. When news arrived of her stepmother's passing, sorrow washed over Noela. Despite the distance and time, the bonds of family remained strong. She decided to return to Burundi for the funeral, a journey back to the land she left behind. Her family supported her decision, understanding the importance of paying her respects. As she boarded the plane, a mix of emotions surged within her: grief, apprehension, and a flicker of curiosity about the life she left behind. Little did she know, fate had a cruel trick up its sleeve. Section 5. The Unexpected Funeral. The air hung heavy with humidity as Noela landed in Burundi. The familiar sights and sounds of her homeland brought back a rush of memories, both bitter and sweet. She traveled to her village, her heart heavy with grief. But as she approached her childhood home, a chilling sight stopped her in her tracks. A funeral was underway. It was her funeral. A large banner with her photo and name hung above a crowd of mourners, their faces etched with sorrow and disbelief. Section 6. Confrontation and Revelation. The air was thick with tension, the kind that makes every breath feel heavy. Confusion gave way to shock and then anger. The crowd, initially silent, began to murmur, their voices rising in a crescendo of disbelief. How could this be happening? The question echoed in the minds of everyone present, a haunting refrain that refused to be silenced. Noela pushed through the crowd, her eyes searching for answers. Her heart pounded in her chest, each beat a reminder of the urgency of her quest. Then she saw him, her husband, the man she thought she had lost forever. He stood there, his face pale and drawn, as if he had seen a ghost. His eyes were wide, filled with a mixture of fear and regret. Their eyes met, and a wave of emotions crashed over them. It was as if time had stopped, and in that moment, nothing else mattered. Relief, disbelief, anger, and a profound sense of betrayal. Each emotion was a dagger, cutting deep into their hearts. The truth unraveled in a torrent of accusations and explanations. Voices were raised, fingers pointed, and the air was thick with tension. Her husband, unable to face the prospect of life without her, had concocted an elaborate lie, claiming her death to their family and friends. He had hoped to protect her, to shield her from a world he believed was too harsh. But in doing so, he had created a web of deceit that now threatened to tear them apart. Section 7. A life turned upside down. Noela's world shattered. The life she built, the love she cherished, all seemed like a cruel illusion. The man she trusted, the father of her children, had betrayed her in the most unimaginable way. Her homecoming, meant to be a somber farewell to her stepmother, had become a bizarre and horrifying ordeal. The news of her resurrection spread like wildfire, leaving the villagers in awe and disbelief. Her family, initially overcome with joy at her return, now grappled with the shocking truth of her husband's deception. Section 8. Picking up the pieces. In the aftermath of the revelation, Noela had to confront not only her husband's betrayal, but also the shattered remnants of her life. Her return to Burundi was nothing short of a chaotic whirlwind. She faced judgment, disbelief, and even accusations from some who refused to believe the truth. Yet, amidst the chaos, she found solace in the unwavering support of her family in Burundi. They rallied around her, offering comfort and understanding. Section 9. Reflections and the Future. As the dust settled, Noela was left to pick up the pieces of her life. The echoes of the past still lingered in the empty rooms, each corner whispering memories of what once was. The broken picture frame symbolized the shattered dreams and the love that had been lost. Yet, amidst the silence, there was a quiet resolve building within her. The journey ahead was uncertain, but one thing was clear: she was a survivor. Every step she took on that dirt road was a step away from the pain and towards a future she was determined to shape. The mountain trails she hiked were not just physical challenges, but metaphors for the emotional and mental hurdles she had to overcome. With each glance at the map, she charted not just her path, but her destiny. Her resilience, tested time and again, had emerged stronger than ever. In the gym, lifting weights, she found strength she never knew she had. Running on the track, she felt the wind of freedom and the rush of determination. Meditation brought her peace, a moment to center herself and gather the fortitude needed for the battles ahead. Noela's story is a testament to the indomitable spirit of a woman who dared to hope for a better life, even when faced with unimaginable betrayal and adversity. Her friends became her pillars, their smiles a reminder that she was not alone. The sunsets she watched were symbols of new beginnings, each one more beautiful than the last. Holding hands with her family, she felt the warmth of unconditional love and support. It's a story that reminds us that even in the darkest of times, the human spirit can find the strength to rise again. Standing triumphantly on the mountaintop, she saw the world from a new perspective, a place of victory and hope. The cityscape at sunrise represented the endless possibilities that lay ahead. With a determined look, she walked towards the camera, embodying the essence of resilience and the promise of a brighter future.